Hi, this is Hap for Hap Around the House, and I wanted to show you what I use in my marinade for our beef jerky. I have all of this stuff right down here, and if you remember, I think I've already showed how to lay it out into the dehydrator. We use a Ronco dehydrator. I'll link to that, or it's available on our page at Hap Around the House. Put this down, and basically, it's a very simple process. I like to use 1 cup for every 3 pounds. And I start off with some soy sauce, and this is not a hard and fast rule. We like ours with a little bit more teriyaki than we do with soy, so of course that means that we use a little bit of soy, right around 1/3 maybe a little bit more than 1/3 of a cup, and then we'll bring her up to a cup with the teriyaki. And we also use pepper, and then of course liquid smoke, and a little bit of garlic to taste. Now you do have to taste this while you're making it. Let me turn this so you can see that I'm approaching 1 cup. And I think we're pretty close right there. So set that aside. We still may need some more depending on how it tastes. Now liquid smoke I put in last, for no good reason I guess. Pepper. Start off with about 1.5 teaspoons, of course. Let me grab a spoon to mix this up. And grab a little spoon, mix her up a little bit. Now with garlic, I don't know how much garlic you like on your jerky. We generally don't like a lot of garlic, just a little bit, just so you can barely taste it. So we'll start off with maybe 1 teaspoon. And now what I've done too is I've started to lay all of the beef jerky out onto the screens for the dehydrator, and then I hit it with some more pepper just because it warms it up a little bit when you're eating it. Now with the liquid smoke, it depends again on your tastes. We like about a medium. We don't like it too strong because it just will slap you around too much when you eat it. And if you've ever put too much on, you'll know what I mean. So we'll mix that up a bit and give it a taste. Gonna need a little bit more liquid smoke. So this will be 2 teaspoons. Like so. Also gonna put another teaspoon of the old pepper in there. About like that. That was probably about 1.5 teaspoons actually. And also some more garlic. That was probably another teaspoon. And again, you're going to slice up 3 pounds of whatever kind of beef you really like. We like to go with the eye round, and that usually works pretty good. Or chuck if you like a chuck roast, if you like fatty, more of a fatty beef jerky. We like both. In fact, I like the fatty beef jerky a little bit more, but this is what we have. Oh, let's see. I'd go with a little bit more smoke. So I'll try to go with 1/2 teaspoon. Alright, that's pretty close to 1/2. Taste that again. It's getting there. A little bit more soy sauce, perhaps. And you'll get the flavor that you like, and then you'll stop. I've never really messed it up. In other words, made it where it doesn't taste very good. It all comes out pretty much out in the wash if you're careful enough not to put like cayenne pepper, too much cayenne. Well, of course, that can really make it where it's almost uneatable if you put too much. That's good right there. What I did is I added just a little bit more soy sauce and a little bit more teriyaki. And that is really good right there. So, I just put that spoon in my mouth. And it should be fairly offensive to your taste buds. And it's going to, once it gets onto the beef, it will, of course it will dry, and then it will be, I don't know, I don't really know how to describe it. Once it dries, it like intensifies the flavor. And let's see, we've got this eye around. This is what an eye around looks like. Let's get this out of the way before I dump it. I just want to show you how I slice it. And you can see, I hope you can see anyways, that there's grains. And of course that means that the muscle ran like this. If you cut it this way, of course you're going to cut the grains, and you're just going to have short little squatty grains. But with beef jerky, you like to have that I guess that toughness. So I will just kind of do that. And you can either leave that strip like that and cut it up later, or if you want to have huge big strips, you can. But I'm going to try something different. Usually we have huge big slices and I just cut them up with a pair of scissors. But this time I'm going to actually make them into the size that I want when the product is finished. So I'll just chuck that. I've got a bowl over off camera. And I'll do another slice for you, just like this. This knife is insanely sharp right now. Just got done honing it. And you can see the grain, and we just kind of slice it like this, and it's not going to be perfect strips, but you can see that would be a nice piece of beef jerky. And I'll cut up this whole thing. This is let me see, I've got the this is 2 pounds right here, so I'll supplement this with another piece of beef, which I have. We have 2 of these eye arounds, and show you how sharp that knife is really sharp right now. Really hate to run that across my knuckles, but that is how I do it. And then once I have approximately 3 pounds, I'll dump this over the meat, mix it up a bit, and I'll throw it out in the garage. It's about 30 degrees here in Michigan right now, so it's perfect to leave stuff out in the garage. But this is Hap for Hap Around the House. If you like our channel and our meat, go ahead and subscribe and like. Thank you. Say goodbye to the beef jerky.